over the past couple of weeks, we've been getting these teasers and QR codes and stuff that just pops up in the middle of the programming, very similar to how The Fiend Bray Wyatt, when he was returning to WWE, how that happened. And now, according to PW Insider, very respectable source, reputable and everything like that, they have named 5 members of the new Wyatt family, or whatever they're going to be called once they come to WWE programming. And it's actually pretty cool. It's actually pretty exciting because I think that they are all unstable names. And I think that right now for this group, you need to be unstable in kayfabe, you know. And just to go on ahead and get those names out the way, we're talking about Bo Dallas, of course, Nikki Cross, which I thought Liv Morgan was probably going to be the one to be in that spot, or even, I don't know, Alexa Bliss. It's just very interesting that they went with Nikki Cross, even though she's a very unstable character, so it makes sense. But Alexa Bliss, when are you coming back? We've been waiting, you know what I'm saying? So I thought that this was going to be the one for her. And then you also have Dexter Lumis, who WWE has not really done much with over the past year or so. And then you have Joe Gacy, who I'm a fan of. He is actually very unstable. I like him. He gives me Bray Wyatt vibes. Just, you know, the darkness and stuff like that. So I'm really looking forward to that. And lastly, Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan is a guy who was a part of the original Wyatt family, original one. And, you know, I'm glad to see him back and that he got a job back with WWE. Now, the only thing that scares me about this storyline is that I really did not enjoy the Uncle Howdy stuff. So that stuff does scare me. Like, I'm really hoping that with this time that he has off, he's getting time to really learn the character, really learn, you know, how to act. Because Bray Wyatt, one thing I will say about him, whether I enjoyed some of his work or I didn't enjoy the other part, he was very creative and he knew what he was doing. I will admit I wasn't too big of a fan of some of the Bray Wyatt stuff after when they started adding like Randy Orton and stuff like that. I really like the original Wyatt family, and I like the Daniel Bryan storyline too. But everything else aside from that, then The Fiend came around. I was really a big fan of that one. I really liked how he carried himself as The Fiend. It's very clear that you need a certain type of mind for this character to work, and it does worry me that Bo Dallas may not have it. Bo Dallas got the Bo Leave gimmick off, and that was cool. And he was always just a cool guy, but he was not like the dark guy, you know what I'm saying? So maybe he pulls it off. Maybe he pulls it off. I just think that WWE right now has so much pressure with this storyline because you are idolizing, and this storyline is pretty much closed that chapter, in my opinion. I think it's more just closing the chapter and just knowing, all right, we did the best we could for Bray Wyatt, and you know, this is just finishing the story for him. It does scare me a little bit because you need to execute this. I feel like there's more pressure because if this storyline comes out to be a mess or comes out to be not as good, then that's when the criticism and the backlash may come in, because at that point you're taking Bray Wyatt's storyline or what he was doing, spinning it into something else, but it just didn't work out. I'm really looking forward to this group. I just thought that maybe Alexa Bliss, Braun Strowman, since he's back, I don't know, like I thought those guys probably had priority with this group. Maybe it's something that they can do where they can maybe poison them and have them join beyond their belief. Something that Braun Strowman, he doesn't believe he should be in it, but you know, he gets poisoned and then ends up joining the Wyatt family, or like I said, whatever the name that they're going to be called. There's many ways that they can go about this. I just don't want to see a group of like 10 people. I would say Alexa Bliss and Braun Strowman if you add to this group. I think that would be the perfect turnaround for them. There's just many ways that WWE can go on ahead and spin this, you know, into a good storyline, a good narrative. I'm really hoping that they've really nailed this because there is a lot of pressure. Now, with that being said, Alexa Bliss, when is she coming back? You know what I'm saying? I heard that she had a baby. What's going on? We want Alexa Bliss back. I mean, the WWE women's division right now is looking strong, so it's not like they really need her, but I think that her character would make a little bit more sense around this. I don't know, man. I'm an Alexa Bliss fan, so I would really like to see her come back to the women's division and, you know, maybe see her work with the Wyatt family at one point. I just think that it would be cool. There are some people who think, hey, this storyline should involve people that worked with Bray Wyatt only, but personally, man, I'm not against this. I think that this is a great way to bring some names up, get some positive attention on some of those names, such as Nikki Cross, because Nikki Cross is another character who's been around for a while and really hasn't made things shake. So I don't know, man. I think this storyline could really make things shake for some of those characters who really need that oomph. You know what I'm saying? Dexter Lumis, another guy doesn't have any creative plans. Great way to get this rolling for him. Eric Rowan, I think this is a great way for him to get his career back on track. Just many things that they can go on ahead and do, and I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping this works. But if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'm gonna catch y'all. Peace.